Hi, I'm Mrs. Marcellus. I have the great privilege of being your child's math teacher this year, and I'm looking forward to a very fun and productive year. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the flipped classroom model that we'll be using in math this year. You might be wondering to yourself, just what is a flipped classroom? In simple terms, in a flipped classroom, what was previously done at school is done at home, and what was previously done at home is done at school. Let me tell you a little bit more about the traditional model versus a flipped classroom model. In a traditional classroom, the teacher prepares lessons to share in class. Students will typically listen to lectures and take notes in class, and there is one pace for all students. Students who catch on to new concepts or take notes quickly find themselves waiting on the rest of the class. Students who work at a slower pace or struggle to understand new concepts end up feeling pressured, frustrated, panicked, or simply lost. In a traditional classroom model, the initial introduction to a new concept is done in class, yet homework is assigned to be completed independently outside of class. In math, students are often sent home to complete work that they might not yet have fully mastered or completely understand. A traditional classroom model is much more teacher-centered because a teacher is often at the front of the room sharing information with the students. This results in more passive learning for the students in the class. In the flipped classroom model, the teacher records and shares lessons outside of class. Students then watch those lessons and take notes at their own pace prior to coming to class. They are introduced to the concepts prior to class, so they come to class already being a little bit familiar with the topic and maybe having a little bit of confidence that they'll understand what is going on in class that day. They're also ready to learn more and to go deeper into the topic. Students will complete traditional homework and other activities in the classroom with teacher support and help from their peers. The flipped classroom model is much more student-centered and results in more active learning. So what does this look like at home? Students will watch the video lessons, take notes, and complete guided practice examples. If they have any questions, they'll jot them down and bring them to class the next day. Occasionally, students will be assigned to work on more traditional assignments or projects. These typically will be assignments focused on reviewing a section or a unit. Students will also need to study for assessments. At school, students will share their questions with the class and participate in discussions about the concepts. We typically will start with some bell work to review the concepts in the video and have a discussion from there where questions are answered. Students will then practice concept. They will do traditional homework problems and beyond with the teacher support. In addition to just doing homework in class, students will also participate in individual and group problem-solving activities and concept investigations. They will work with manipulatives and get help individually or in small groups. And we will still have traditional quizzes and tests. One great thing about the flipped classroom model is it does free up class time to do some of these investigations and working with manipulatives and group problem solving, etc., that we usually don't have enough time to do because we spend time on lectures and note-taking. The flipped classroom has a number of benefits both at home and at school. At home, students can work at their own pace. They can pause and replay the videos as many times as needed. Videos can be viewed anytime from any device with internet access. This is great for students who are on the go. Students can go back to the videos at any time to complete chapter review problems and prepare for assessments, or any other time that they simply need a refresher of the concept. When students are absent or miss part of class for any reason, such as going to the nurse or a band lesson, the lesson is available to them. Students don't have to spend time at home trying to complete assignments they don't understand. This could help end some of those frustrating battles over homework or tears on evenings where students just don't get it. I often hear from parents that they have a difficult time helping their student with today's math. Parents can watch the videos to better understand what they're learning in class and be able to help them as needed. At school, students will have the teacher support while working on assignments, and they can get more one-on-one or small group help in the classroom. Students become more active participants in the class because they're no longer mainly listening and taking notes. They're not just sitting and getting. There will be time for more discussion, questioning, using manipulatives, and other engaging activities that promote deeper understanding of the math concepts. The classroom learning environment will be much more student-centered. There will be an increase in teacher-student interaction and student-student interaction and much more collaboration as we are learning the new concepts. Successful implementation of the flipped classroom will result in an engaging, active, and positive classroom environment. Solid mastery of the math concepts. Improved problem solving, critical thinking, collaboration, and communication skills for students. These are all very important real-world skills that students will need to develop. There will be an increase in and stronger teacher-student relationships. And there should be much less stress at home over homework completion. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. As with any teaching and learning model, there is always room for improvement. Please don't hesitate to contact me anytime with your comments, questions, support, encouragement, criticisms, or suggestions for improvement. I'm very excited about using the flipped classroom, and I'm confident that by working together, we'll have a very successful school year. Thank you.